Final quarter action at Seymour's Kings Park, and it's the Tigers by 21 points in a low-scoring affair, but it's palmed down by Grenfell to the advantage of a teammate in Bourne. And now the Lions go forward through the agency of Sturgis, the kick towards the advantage of Jordan Hockley over the boundary line in front of the Ken Daniels stand.
Seymour with a bit of work to do all the same. It's 8-8, 56 to 5-5, 35. But they're into attack. The kick goes inboard. Good defensive work. It was punched away by Mitch Bright. After the footy, to knock it on. That was clever work, but a good bump. Sees it, the ball staying in the centre of the ground. It went through Billy Cox's hands. When it came, Sturgis had it. They go further and further and further wide, and now they'll get out of trouble. Looking up the ground, who's on the lead? It's popped across to Falcone. He takes it, there's going to be a 50. Surely. Well, he didn't know the time on anyway. So now Falcone delivers it, but it's cut off beautifully there by Heath Atkins. He's at halfback.
A little bit of action happening off the football. A couple of boys not getting along too well. Aitken finds his teammate in Mitch Bright, who's been good today. Good, solid performer. Oh, kicks into the man on the mark. Not so good on that occasion. That's 3 times now. He goes to the ground, but the ball spills out to the advantage of Jace Cole. Swings around, gets it off to his teammate in Murphy. Murphy deep into the pocket and finds Ben Clifton, who takes a nice mark. Very tight angle for Clifton. And umpire Dave Colborn just sets the mark. Benny Clifton's got plenty of confidence in himself here. Deliberate in his approach. Getting a good look at it. So, Benny Clifton. Plenty of experience in the VFL, back with the Lions. Comes in now, tight angle. Kick off the boot. It's hanging out to the right. It's one behind.
$20 points the difference at the present time. The Tigers bringing the ball back towards centre half back. Up they go. Double fisted was by Colbert. But comes backwards, and now the kick into half forward. Beats a lot of them. But the Tigers defence, stout defence at the present time. But it's hard to get hold of the footy. Take it, Wes, see if you can get it out of there.
Here's the pack. Oh, a little kick forward. That was clever. Rugby-like. Into the path of a teammate. Running over it there was Jack Murphy. Knocked off the footy. The pack forms and players converge, and the umpire's going to have to call the ball up unless someone gets a kick out, which they do. It's the Tigers, but the mark's taken. It was touched off the boot, so the umpire calls play on, and ultimately we'll have a ball up 55 metres out from the Lions' goal.
So umpire Colburn throws it into the air, and a quick kick keeps it out of trouble from Brennan into half forward for the Tigers. They're working something here. Step over the top. That was by Anderson, and delivers the footy wide. They take the mark. Too far to score from here. Then it's going to be Cuttress to deliver the ball long into that full forward area. It's over the back of the pack. Sturgis will get there first. Oh, nearly a fresh air kick off the ground it was. Getting onto the football's Millard. Got it out a little bit, but not so much advantage. The tackle's laid. Millard throws his arms back, but the boundary line comes up, and it'll be a throw-in.
Boundary umpire throws the Sherrin into the air. Front positions with Brennan to the back of the pack. The Lions with the takeaway. Kick up the middle. The mark spilled on that occasion by Jake O'Brien, so the crumbs gathered by his rival in Matt Palmer. And in turn, Jason Cole wins it back for the Lions. Kicks towards the commentary side of the ground. Heavy tackle laid. Taking the ground was Hockley. And the opportunity is for Millard to clear, and he spots up his teammate in Brennan. He wastes no time and kicks to half forward. Here's Elliot Bowen.
Ball's about to be thrown back into play. Comes to that two Seymour players disputed the footy. Cole gets over the top, somehow gets the foot with the football. He comes out, they're looking there for Freeman to go through. He couldn't do so. The hand pass is dished out, and it's the Lions into attack, into half forward. Leading out first was Staples. Got it across, that was clever play that time. Long kick, that was by O'Brien in towards their half forward area. In fact, there's O'Brien. Wasn't it? In fact, it was Byrne, the shot towards goal. Take it away, Liz.
So the ball will be thrown in. Metres around, just a few metres around from the scoring zone. The Lions giving their all. They're down by 20 points. Front position with Brennan, double fist away. Only so far as his rival there in Sturgis swings it back to the hot spot, but a good mark taken on that occasion by Hamish Hoople. He clears and puts it into the path of Mitch Bright.
Mitch Bright runs onto the footy and looks up the ground, delivers it inboard, finding Anderson. He's sees a man on his own being Lee Millard. Millard has the footy. You think about going backwards there for a minute, but there's plenty on in the forward line. It's nice and open here for Rochester, but the Lions doing well at trying to hold them up on this occasion. Oh, good work that time by Colbert, Brett Colbert. Hand passes the ball inboard to Sturgis, and in turn they come through the centre of the ground. Oh, should have been a mark. It was a hot potato, it'd be all over his face. Working hard there, the Lions, but the Tigers take it away.
Matty Palmer with a clearing kick. One-on-one situation. O'Keefe had front position. The ball falls to the back of the pack, taken by Grenfell. He's grabbed high. Free kicked away of the Lions. Quick release handball. Colbert. Sturgis. Well-weighted kick. Oh, good fist away by the Tigers. Now they'll come back inboard and they've got room to move. And now Mitch Bright to drive his team forward. Long kick towards the goal square. One-on-one situation. Grenfell gets a hand to it. Now numbers get back for the Lions, but it's taken by the Tigers. Quick snap on goal. The Tigers have got another one. Sean Williams.
Eight minutes gone. It'd be hard to see Rochester losing from here. 9-8, 62 to 5-6, 36. As they go ahead into the forward line once more, but it is wide and the race is on for the footy out there. Falcone's there, kick off the ground. Billy Cox is back there, hand pass comes out. They were looking there for Scopel, but a good work that time by the Rochester team. They're working it forward, further forward. The boundary line's found and another throw-in will take place.
Elliot Bowen to do the ruck work for the Tigers. Up against Grenfell. Tigers by 26 points. Clearing kick from the boot of Grenfell towards midfield. Contested footy, gathered on this occasion by Strubens, who was very prominent when the game was up for grabs. Now a little kick forward. Oh, the Lions had trouble clearing there. It was taken by Jordan Foote. And now an opportunity for the Tigers to kick another one towards the goal face. And Matty O'Keefe in a foot race, but it's over the line for a rush behind. 27 points.
So Sturgis to bring the ball back into play. Looks across and finds Matt O'Keefe, who gets it to Falcone. He's been serviceable today, Falcone. Down the line kick, that finds LeSurf. Brent LeSurf on the centre wing. Directs it inboard. Finds Chris Jackson. Jackson another little short kick. Rory Schofield has it. But didn't mark the footy and wrapped up in a tackle. It will be a wallop.
Scopel's just appealing there, wondering
why he didn't get paid the mark.
Yeah.
With him.
The experienced umpire Patterson, game 400. Throws the ball up. The ball spills free. Good work by the Tigers. It's a succession of handballs put into the path of Lee Millard. And heavy tackling going on in there, right in the clinches. Very, very difficult to get a clearing kick. Very heavily contested football at the moment. And eventually a quick kick comes from the boot of Daniel Anderson, who's been solid all day. Opportunity for Tom Freeman. Sweeping handball to the advantage of his teammate in Brent Lesurf. Goes one way, then the other. And eventually it comes out and Manny O'Keefe takes the mark.
He plays on and uses hands. Across it goes to Brett Colbert. And his kick goes out to that outer side again. The race will be right on for the football. Leading it, though, is Watson. And with a push over the boundary line, it'll be a throw-in.
Good to see a lot of people turning out today, despite the conditions here at Seymour's Kings Park. Gledhill and Grenfell. Grenfell doing most of the ruck work all day, being occasionally relieved by McMahon, but it's palmed down. Here's an opportunity for Jace Cole. He's dispossessed as he tries to get a handball away. Fighting hard at ground level is Benny Clifton, but clearing kick by the desperate Tigers towards centre wing. And now an opportunity for the Lions, who go wider still, and Falcone takes the mark.
He could work that time. Able to keep the possession. Doesn't quite know which way is the best to go, so he runs around his opponent. Now delivers a drop punt down the line. It's a quick kick off the ground. That didn't go too far either, but it comes out in the end to Harry Wheeler, who dishes it off, and they go into the forward line. Chance here, but they've got to do it cleanly. Murphy with the footy. Sends it down towards the forward area. Races on for the football. They've got some numbers. A little tap out. It was nearly a little bit too clever in the end. Another tap. You've got to go in and get it, Scopel. It's going in and getting it was Flaherty. And the ball to Hopel. And down the line they go.
Here's an opportunity for McMahon. Retreats with a handball. Kick towards O'Keefe's advantage. Pretty much Yorks him there on that occasion. The ball over the boundary line for a throw-in on centre wing, just to the left of the commentary position.
"13 minutes gone of the final quarter. 9-9, 63 to 5-6 and 36 as the ball's in dispute once more. Try and get out with it, but it's locked up. In the end, it flicks out somehow or other. A little kick off the ground, lucky it wasn't in danger. Strubens is first after the footy. He's got to get it. He'd had it spent before he got it, I think, and then he gave it across to Brennan. Brennan gave it back, and Strubens sails towards the half-forward line.
Kick was punched away there by the Lions defence. Resolute once again. They're down, but they're certainly not giving up. The mark taken by Jordan Hockley in midfield. Sells a little dummy and then kicks towards right half forward flank. He's got a teammate further afield who in turn tries to sell a little bit. That's Bourne. Kicks towards the goal square. Gledhill drifts back to the flight of the football. Takes the mark. Feigns to touch the ball to the ground, but I don't think he did.
He sees it out to that outer side, and the big man in Sam Brennan has it, but he kicks into the man on the mark. I think it hit him in the head by the looks of it. So the chance now here for the Lions as they using some handball. Back to Hockley. Gets around. Delivers it in towards half forward. Chance now for them to go forward. Cole has a shot towards the goal, but he's offline for foot. James Gledhill, he reads the play so well down in that back line, doesn't he?
Yeah,
gets back often to cut off.
Gledhill goes to the club room side of the ground with a long kick. He's got a couple of options out there, and it's taken at ground level by Ash Watson. Sweeping handball over the top, sells a teammate into enormous danger there, although it'll come off. Here's Cuttress, his kick towards Bowen. Bowen just tries to juggle it to his own advantage, and Scopel's right on top of him and sees the ball over the boundary line.
Good to see these two clubs wearing jumpers like they do. No lightning bolts or anything in this lot. As taken out of the ruck that time was Brennan, and this will play free kick going the Lions' way.
So Seymour in deficit by 26 points, but battling on. And now the kick comes towards midfield. And the mark's taken by Harry Wheeler. Wheeler switches play. He's got Falcone as an option. Ricocheted off a Tiger's boot, and now Strubens, who's been very good over the top, finds Cuttress. There's a trip, not paid by the umpire, throws it on the left, puts it into the path of Strubens. He thinks of playing on, but then thinks I'll sell back over the Sharon and line up for number 4. Might be in contention for your player of the day.
Without a doubt. Played a terrific game. Went out a bit in that third quarter, but coming back with a vengeance now. Stephen Strubens has 3. Comes in to seal the game for Rochester, you would think. Puts it on its way. He's across the face and through for a minor, or is it out of bounds? 1 minor point.
So the Lions with the kick in, and the mark's taken by Jack Murphy. So only progressing 15 metres. Murphy with another short option. Cut off by Strubens. Couldn't hold the mark. Took the first grab. Payan calls the umpire, understandably so. Nice ducking and weaving by Harry Wheeler. Gets himself out of trouble. Finds a teammate. And now they'll use Falcone on the commentary wing. Although he spills the mark he should have taken. He cleverly knocks it onto Jace Cole's advantage, who finds Colbert. Colbert had a stunning third term. He looks for McMahon. McMahon moves it on very quickly. In fact, it's Clifton.
And it's going to be downfield. It's going to be no advantage. He's going to pay the advantage or not. Not sure that the umpire knows. No, he's going to stop him and bring it back.
No, free kick's going to Grenfell for the downfield. Former TAC Cup player, this point.
Good boy. Brandon Glenfell comes in, 35 out, puts the ball on its way, stabbed at it and put it offline. So they're going to 5-8, 38 to 9, 10, 64. So the ball brought back into play. James Gledhill sends it out to that outer side. Hand pass goes to nobody in particular. Kick off the ground, sends it further forward for the Tigers.
The Tigers progress. Long kick towards half forward. Mark almost taken. The Tigers, well, outnumbered on this occasion because the Lions are able to get numbers back. The tackle is high. Umpire calls play on. Perhaps he ducked into the tackle and the umpire gave him the advantage. Here's an opportunity for the Lions to clear. Streaming through midfield. Sturgis kicks for and finds his teammate in Jake O'Brien. So Jake O'Brien with a short option on and finds Scopel of the Rory variety. Both Rory and Dylan, terrific players for the Lions over a number of years. So Rory Scopel will kick right on the arc. It's a long kick. Does it go the journey? It's just pulling to the left and it's through from behind.
Dylan Cuthras doing the kicking in duties on this occasion. Decides he'll have a run, kicks it to himself and then unloads. Up in front was McMahon, tries to punch it forward, to the boundary line for throw-in.
McMahon and Brennan. Big fist away by Brennan. He's battled on really well today. Had some support from Gledhill. Kick forward from the boot of Billy Cox. Awkward bouncing football. Nice work by Jordan Foote. He works his way through the pack and swings onto the left. Puts a teammate into space. The player in question is Sean Williams. He holds it and then momentarily moves it on and finds his teammate in Jake Perry. Perry wants to switch play towards the corridor. The big lead. Mark not taken. Good work by the Lions. They're able to use the central corridor. Bit of action off the football here between a couple of players. And now the Lions continuing to use the corridor. Time quickly running out for them.
21 minutes gone, in fact, of the last quarter as the kickers in towards half forward. They're outnumbered. It's over the back of the pack. Scopel comes through like a train, but can't take the footy with him. Goes and gets it a second time. Getting under it, Jack Murphy there. He lost it. The defence working for the Rochester team. Palmer had it, lost it. In they go once more. McMahon's over the top of the footy, and they get up and they'll be able to start again with a throw-up.
Tigers can close this down now with a pack of players around the football. Brendan goes with the left fist. Snap from the Lions. Didn't come off. It was smothered. Opportunity for Clifton. He loses possession of the Sharon, but he goes back for a second bite and ends up at the bottom of the pack. And the umpire says we'll have another ball up.
22 minutes gone. You wouldn't think there was much left in this game.
No, I haven't been too many goals kicked in this last quarter.
A few tired players all the same. Umpire Patterson heaves the footy skywards as the ball comes down. Gledhill tried to get through there, couldn't do so all the same. Little quick kick, sees it further forward there for the Tigers. But Sturgis comes in, kicks the ball beautifully, finds his teammate out there in William Byrne. Billy Byrne has the footy.
Tight angle for the Lions, kicking for their first goal of this fourth quarter, deep in the contest. It's right across the face, hammers into the post midway up.
So the ball's been taken out of defence by the Tigers to that outer side. The boundary line's close, so close it's out of bounds and it'll be thrown in.
McMahon, front position against Brennan, fists the ball to the boundary line and gives the umpire of the boundary variety another opportunity to be involved in the game.
Young kids have done well on the boundary today.
Big ground.
It is a big ground, hard to run on. Ball comes back into play to the side of the pack. Still lots of players in it. Brennan gets a kick, but it was smothered. Work it still towards that boundary line. Cole lays a tackle. And it's going to be a ball up.
Big boys go at it once again. Pack of players around the football. Opportunity for McMahon. Tries to weave his way through the pack. Siren sounds. And it's a 25-point victory for Rochester. 9-11-65, defeating Seymour 5-10-40.
They're thereabouts. Who do you reckon? Player of the day? We go with Strummins.
Well, he was the one that probably made the difference when it mattered, when the game was being decided. He went really quiet midway through the game. He had a good first and fourth quarter.